Hi, and welcome to the Ladies' Room. Today is my great pleasure to have with me Jacqui Leader, she's been like my idol for the last 25 years.
You're making me blush.
And Jacqui is the artistic director of the East End Special Players, who have a big event coming up on June 16th.
Right.
At a fabulous, fabulous property in Sagaponack. You may have noticed all of the big stainless steel sculptures.
Right.
Next to the Amaryllis Horse Farm on Merchant's Path. Mm-hmm.
And all over town, actually,
and all
right?
over town. Oh, my God. Hans van der Bovenkamp, he's got sculptures everywhere now. And he is really dear to open up his property for all of us to enjoy and for this incredible performance that you and your theater group are going to do. And accompanying Jacqui, Meg and Suzanne, veteran actors in the East End Special Players. How long have you been with the group, Meg?
That's hard to say.
You started, what, about 4 months ago?
Yeah.
You're the newest actor to the group.
You're the newest actor to the group.
Well, actually, Tyler.
Yeah.
And then you.
No,
So-
first me, then Tyler.
Right, so Tyler's the newest. We have about
Right.
24 actors.
24 actors.
In the theater group now.
Wow.
And Suzanne is our diva.
All right.
And you've been in how many shows, Suzanne? Do you remember?
I don't know.
You can't count them all?
No.
How many do you think?
Suzanne? Oh, gosh.
Well, how many
I would
shows do you do a year?
Well, we only meet on Saturdays in Bridgehampton, so it takes about a year to put the production together because,
So one
we have
show
to
a
write
year?
it. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah,
And
one a year.
So how many years have you been involved, Suzanne? 10 years?
Keep
10
going.
years?
I've been with the group for 17
About
years.
10 years.
No, Suzanne, you've been there 17 years.
17.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Was when you did Where the Wild Things Are, was that
Oh,
one of
that's-
the first ones?
No, but that wasn't with this group.
Oh, that was a
Where the
different
Wild
group.
Thing, I used to do children's theater.
Okay.
In England, and then I brought it here, and then along with that, I started doing the East End Special Players. So that's two separate theater
see.
groups that I worked, that I started working with.
How did you get involved with the East End Special Players?
Oh gosh. There was a woman named Helen Rudman who started the group. She was a very sweet old woman. Do you remember Helen? Do you remember Helen? You never met her, but she was great, and she started the group by doing charades and really doing arts and crafts, and she started working with them, and they would do mime, so they didn't really speak. And then they had a director that wanted to go back to New York City to get her doctorate, and so Glide Hart, do you remember Glide Hart? She was an actress. She was a director out here, and I used to do community theater with her, and she called me and said, Jacqui, there's this theater group, they're looking for a new director. And I said, okay. And then she said, well, they're all learning disabled. And I said, well, gosh, I've never worked with learning disabled people before, and I don't have my degree in it. She said, just go and see. Go and see. The woman keeps bugging me, Helen. She wants a director. So I said, okay, I'll go. And I went, and I remember seeing Suzanne was probably the first actress that came running up to me, and just
And you
I
were
was
probably
hooked.
Meg's age at that time.
Yeah,
You were in your 20s, your middle 20s.
Yeah.
because you're how old now? 40.
48 years old.
Oh, my God, you used to look so young. It's amazing. It's amazing.
What's your secret?
I am young.
Wow.
So I walked in that day, and I said, oh my goodness. I mean, I was really quite taken. And so I did it. I said, I don't know what I'm going to do, what piece. But we've done everything from Cyrano de Bergerac.
Oh,
do you
my
remember that one?
goodness.
Yes,
do you remember
I
that
do.
production?
That
Who'd you
must have
play?
been really
I
fun.
played Roxanne.
The star.
Roxanne. Roxanne is a very beautiful lady, and she wears a white wig,
That's right.
and I sit in this chair, and I see if I say the lines to Cyrano.
Do you remember them? That was so long ago.
No, I don't.
I don't remember them either. We're all having
I remember
memory
them.
relapses here. What?
I remember all of them.
You do?
You do remember the lines? What's one of the lines from it?
Which ones?
From Cyrano. Do you remember one from Cyrano? What you said to Cyrano?
Cyrano.
Yeah. Doesn't he? Does he die at the end?
Cyrano.
No, doesn't he get the girl at the end?
Cyrano de Bergerac pretends to die.
And did you cry in the play?
I cried.
Did she cry?
You're a good actress.
I'm really
She wailed.
Suzanne laid it on.
I'm really in love with Kristen Deneuvelet, that Leona Walton plays.
That's right.
Oh, and Cyrano feeds him the lines because he can't
But
express
at
himself.
the end, I'm in love with Cyrano.
Cyrano, because he's the true
And
lover.
you said it was you all along, wasn't it?
It was him all along.
Yeah. It was so sweet.
He pretends to die at the end.
Yeah.
And I go to him, and I say to him, Cyrano, I love you.
Aw.
That's sweet. So that was years ago. Gosh. My goodness.
Amazing. Yes,
I
really
miss
miss you.
Cyrano.
Yeah, you missed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
You
great.
should maybe reprise
playing
that.
those.
Maybe you should
Maybe.
reprise
I
it.
miss playing those
An older
parts.
Roxanne. An older and wiser Roxanne.
And the roles I play.
What, honey?
The roles that I play.
Right. Well, you've played many roles, and Meg is so new to the group. So, I mean, in the new production, right, over at Hans's house, who are you playing in that?
With one.
Well, look
In
at
the
this.
Fish Juggler. This is
I
a graphic
play-
from the Fish Juggler.
I play
This is a beautiful
the
graphic.
lady
Who dances for her mother.
This is
when
this
she
you?
dances with her mother.
Oh,
Now,
Okay.
do you want Meg? Do you want to come in here and talk about who did these? Who did this artwork? Do you know who it is?
Gabriella.
Right. And who is she? With us in the group.
is she your art director?
She is her title is costume and art director, and she's also Gabrielle Racchi is very well known. But
Yeah.
that's it, yeah. And the idea, what we're going to do, we're working on a new show, but at the gala, the audience is not going to see a snippet from the new show. They're going to see the Fish Juggler, which is going to be 4 tableaux that
And that is the
are
invitation for the
taken.
gala.
Yes.
That's the invite.
That's the invite.
Saturday,
That's me
June
right
That's
there.
16th.
you, yeah, Maggie.
Oh,
On the
that's
left side
cute.
corner.
Yeah.
So the piece is taken from Gabby's paintings.
Oh,
So
did you
they're
write
at-
it?
They did. I mean,
You
I've
wrote the show?
rewritten.
Yeah?
We've written the whole thing through
Oh
what?
my God.
What is the type of work we do when we're putting it together? What's it called? Do you remember?
Like a theater workshop?
Or improvs, right?
Improv, yes.
So what we did was we
Really
showed.
interesting.
Yeah, it was really fun. Gabby's paintings are exquisite.
Let's look at another one.
I mean,
of
every
Gabby's
picture tells a
paintings.
story. So
Whoa.
see this?
There's the Fish Juggler.
So those are all fish on like
No,
a hula hoop?
these
this
are
is
no.
not the
That's
fish
the
juggler.
fire
Is that
juggler.
fire? Oh,
That's a fire
That's
juggler.
the fire.
Right, and that's
Oh, okay.
Where
and
the
who's up in the
monkey
tree?
jumps through the hoop of fire.
And
Right.
you know who goes through that fire juggler?
Who?
Angela goes through
Right
that
through
fire
it?
juggler.
Yeah, and burns,
And he
pretends
burns
her
her.
tail's on fire.
Her tail gets on fire.
Oh my God! How do you do that in the show? Do you do it in the show?
Like
I
Well,
can see
we don't really use fire,
I can see
do we?
Evan
Pretend.
Thomas as
We
the
pretended.
fire marshal for the show.
He doesn't know this, so I'm going to ask him to do the
Yeah, I'm
makeup
sure.
for it.
But
I'm
pretend
sure.
and throw confetti over her tail.
Right. It's all
It's
very.
very cool.
It's all very
cool,
whimsical.
You guys. Beautiful artwork. She's
Yeah.
very talented.
Yeah.
And then this is the third one.
And what's
it-
happening in that one? They made
looks
up.
like
They
there's
just we said
almost
what's
looks like-
happening here.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Suzanne, what was happening in that one? Do you remember that one?
it's a round table.
Well.
There's a horse sitting, and is that a
Was
That's
that
actually
Martha?
a
Huh?
donkey.
That's a
and
donkey,
woman.
right?
was that Martha?
Well, now that's going to be Nancy. Every actor has a part
Nancy.
in it. That's Nancy. And what this scene is called what?
Where's
What did you guys call this scene?
The drunk round table.
The drunk round table. This sounds
Bill.
like a. Now, are these 3 different shows that you're
know.
going to be doing?
No,
It's one whole play in
Exactly.
3 different parts.
So the fish juggler
is going to be
is
seen
going
at
to also be the.
Hans's.
Okay, that's
It's
the
only
one.
15 minutes
15-minute
long.
performance.
We're doing
Oh,
15-minute performance. There's going to be a live auction, or it's called a Dutch auction that
Yeah,
Murphy
the Dutch
Davis
auction.
is
don't
going to
know
be the
what that-
auctioneer.
Okay.
Nobody knows what a Dutch
It's all
auction
in
is.
here.
It's very
It
exciting.
tells you all in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're actually bidding, and the actors will be then presenting everybody that bids with flowers, and you're actually bidding on. Mary F. Bertie, who's one of our board members. I mean, our board is
Tell me about
phenomenal.
the board. Who's all on the board?
Oh my goodness. Mary Spitzer, Paul
love Mary
Rogers,
Spitzer.
Kathy Rogers, I love her too. Hillary Rogers, Mary F. Bertie, Jeannie Henderson,
Great.
who's our wonderful photographer, Ken Robbins. I know I'm forgetting
And
somebody.
Bridget Leroy.
Bridget Leroy is now our co-producer.
Oh, cool.
Along with Karen Hendel. So we have
Okay.
2 new staff members. So Bridget and Karen are co-producing.
She's a doll, isn't she, Bridget? Yeah.
Oh, she's great. And she's a great, I've worked with her for years
Yeah.
and when we did the kids' theater. So, and she's a ball of fire.
Now, does
she's
Mary
very-
help you with the acting part? Is
No,
she a
but she
coach?
was she
That's
should
her
because she's a
forte.
great
She's a
actress
great
too.
actress, yeah.
But no, she's not backstage now. I mean, she's
Okay.
she's behind the wings, getting all the galas together, doing all the fundraising.
Wow.
But I know I'm forgetting someone. Catherine Levy. She's
Okay.
also and she's actually come a few times. She's a poet, and she's come and done workshops with the actors. And we've had sometimes from time to time, like Daniel Bailey. The last play we did was about Ghana. And Daniel came in and did all the drumming with them, taught them drumming.
he
and,
is such a
yeah.
doll.
And we have
Yeah.
a great singer,
Dan
songwriter,
Bailey.
Dan Bailey, right? And then Lori
I know him.
Cutie,
from
right?
Montauk.
He's great.
He's
He's great.
I
very
actually know
cute,
him
isn't
from
he?
Facebook and from Montauk, too.
Oh, okay. Well, now he's playing at East Hampton Point every
Yeah.
Sunday.
He
His
is,
band
right.
is so good.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. He loves them. He's going to be helping backstage for this
He's
production.
such a doll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
he is.
so what exactly are your techniques teaching the acting? How do you work with the actors?
Well, first of all, there's always trauma or drama when they come
Drama.
in. Drama. So I just more or less tell the actors if there's some. What's your famous? What do you have? What are you told to do, Suzanne, before you come in? If you're having a bad day, what do you have to do with your problems?
To leave your problems.
At home.
To leave your problems out the door.
Take the best and leave the rest.
That's a good one too. Because sometimes, because we have 24 actors, so they don't see each other during the week really. Most of them live in group homes. You live at home, you're in a group home, and they get to come together on this Saturday. But sometimes there's a little friction, girlfriends, little cat fights.
Yeah.
And I more or less say, okay, listen, I'm not
the
not
crap.
qualified. Yeah, I'm not a therapist. I got my own problems. If you want to act, fine. So more or less, I remember Gabby a couple years ago, she said, I have a friend that also works with learning disabled in the city. And she said, why don't we try working with the group, having them tell their stories. So we started filming every Saturday. You weren't here yet. But we started filming everything from talking about taking, their meds to having babies, right? You always wanted to you talked a lot about wanting to have a boyfriend and be married, and it was all like really important.
I
Being
know, I got a
bullied,
boyfriend.
Very
sometimes
cute.
being
It
bullied.
could still happen. Or,
I got a boyfriend already, so
all
there.
right.
Yeah, you've had a lot of boyfriends, right?
Yeah.
And your new one is dynamite.
You blondes have
you.
more fun. You blondes have more fun.
Handsome, cutie.
What?
He's so handsome.
He's so handsome. What's his name again?
Danny.
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 He's not
I
in the
actually
group.
knew him since high school.
That's right. And now you finally hooked up.
Yeah,
After all
because he
these
was in my
years.
graduating class, too.
Yeah, she's blushing. That's so cute.
Those are so sweet. But anyway, so we kind of work. That really was a great way, I think, to start working with them because they all have, certain like memory retention and they all, everyone's on different meds and some of the actors are schizophrenic. So this really
I get
gave.
frantic all the time, too.
You get what?
Frantic sometimes.
You get frantic sometimes, right?
Do you
there's-
do breathing techniques with them? Because
yeah.
a breathing boy, when you start feeling like wired, if you just do the deep breathing, it really calms things down. It really does. For everyone across the board, breathing deep is so important.
Right.
It's interesting because most people breathe from the top part of their lung up here, and we have like, I think, 40 pints of air in our lung. So when you take air all the way down and then release it real slow, you're really oxygenating your whole system, which clears your brain, which settles your chemical system. So just remember breathing. And I'm sure before you go on stage, you have them all breathing.
What we do is acting exercises, because I used to act, so I remember.
I used to act too.
You did. Well, we're
Yeah,
going to get
when
you
I
back up
lived in
there.
You're a
City.
funny girl.
I used to live in the city, so when I was growing up, I went to this acting program called City Lights Performance.
Right, I know of it. I remember it.
And I've been going there since I was like 7 or 6.
Oh, good.
Well, it's a good outlet.
Yeah,
You know,
so-
I mean, it's a really good outlet, I think, for
Yeah, so
all
what
the
kind of
actors.
acting techniques do you do before you start?
Well, so we do deep breathing. We, you know, like imagine you're blowing up a balloon,
Right,
So that you breathe
exactly.
down here,
Down so your
not
belly-
what you were just
yep,
saying.
yep.
We do a lot of, you know, because before I started working with them, they didn't speak on stage, so we do a lot of Sly, Sam, Sip, Sally, Soup. What are they called? Tongue twisters.
Tongue
Yeah,
twisters.
and then you'll imagine you're chewing, you know, a wad of gum to open up your jaw and blah blah, and pronounce your words.
Probably keeps you from getting wrinkles too. I should have done that more.
I wouldn't go that far. I've got more than I know
Or
what
maybe
to do.
it gives you, maybe it gives you wrinkles. You know, I've got plenty of my own. Thank you. I'll tell you, I used
I'm
to
like, I'm not going to
I
laugh
used to
anymore.
I used to shut all the lights down.
God.
I used to shut all the lights down in the studio, and I had a guest who came, and she'd written this book, and I had read the beginning of the book, and we had this great interview, and then I finished the book, and I was like, oh my God, you have to come back. So she was sitting here, and she looked at herself in the monitor, and she's like, oh, my chin, turn the lights down a little more, turn the lights down a little more. Now it looks like one of those TV shows where they're hiding the identity of the person.
God.
She's like completely in the dark.
Oh no!
Well, the camera that was this way, you could kind of see her. But the cameras that were that way, she's in the dark, and it's such a good interview because I'm asking her like you know, questions because the book gets very psychologically twisted. And I was like, but when Robbie wrote you those notes, what were you thinking? She's like, oh, you really read the book, didn't you? Nobody's ever asked me these questions before. So I was so happy about this interview. And then I saw it, and she's in the dark. So now I'm letting them put lights on. But originally, I mean, I felt like I looked 140 years old. So now the rule is,
Get people that are years older than you.
that's a good one. But
Then you look young.
obviously, I
Hang
didn't
out
do
with
it.
old people.
I didn't do it.
Oh, God.
But the rule is no close-ups. They can do close-ups on you, but
Oh,
not on
you
me.
Hey, listen, you are what you are, right?
You are what you are.
Just
What
so
happened?
you know, my ride is here. He said he would pick me up around 4, and it's already 4.
Oh, because what do you have going on tonight?
Yeah.
What do you do? What are your other hobbies that you like besides acting?
Bowling.
Bowling
and
is tonight.
singing too.
Oh,
right.
we're
Well,
gonna
he'll
be finished
wait.
in like 5 minutes, so
He'll wait.
no
Yeah.
problem.
He's happy you're
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
Right.
He
We wanted
doesn't
you
know
to.
I'm doing it.
What does he think you're doing?
Doesn't know you're
Something
going to be a
else.
TV star.
Well, you were so excited to come and be on the show.
Yeah.
So.
Did you guys get a chance to see the studio before you came in here? How they
Yeah.
do it? It's pretty.
Yeah, it's
cool,
really
isn't
great.
it?
Yeah.
It's very cool.
We
LTV
saw you
LTV's
talking on TV,
Yeah.
on the TV screens there.
Yeah, they've come a long way,
LTV's come a
definitely.
long
I used to
way.
do kids theater here when LTV was on Springs Fireplace Road.
Oh boy! So
When
from the beginning,
Eric Glanbard, that's where I met
Eric,
Yeah.
I love Eric.
Yeah, he's sweet. A lot of good people
Eric-
came out of
Eric
here.
was our teacher for the first production course that I put together.
Oh, really?
We did a show here 18 years ago, a spiritual
Amazing.
talk show. But that's when you had to have 3 physical people in
Yeah.
the studio,
Yeah.
lugging
No,
cameras around.
It's really
And I
nice.
was the director.
Hold
I
on,
didn't want
he's
to.
calling me.
No,
Oh,
don't
no.
answer it. He can wait 5 minutes.
Tell him to watch TV. You'll be on
So
the TV.
tell us what's going to happen at this gala. We need to get everybody to come.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. We did it 2 years ago when we were doing the Ghanaian production, and it's Hans's studio.
Did you
is
do it at
great.
Hans's?
Yeah,
Oh.
we did the same type of thing. We had Ghanaian food this year.
me again.
We're having.
Yeah.
There you are. So I guess it's from
great
what
poster.
4 to is it 4 to 7? I think it's 4 to 7.
It's
right?
early.
It's $50.
Early. Yeah.
It's 4 to 7.
Right. We wanted to do it early because the grounds are beautiful and all the sculptures.
Yes, and everyone
there's
can
lots of
wander around
roosters.
and
yeah.
look at all the sculptures.
Cocktails, nice appetizers, and then we're going to perform, I believe, at 5. And our piece again is only like 15 to 20 minutes long.
Okay.
And then you can, there's going to be the Dutch auction, and then you can also, Hans is donating one of his sculptures
Wow.
to, and
to
I
the
know we
auction.
have a few bids already, so it's a
Wow.
beautiful sculpture. I think it says
and I'm
on here
sure
how.
Hans will put on music and people can dance and stuff until it's over. 'Cause he's kind
You know,
of
if
like
he
that.
hasn't, I'll tell
Yeah.
him that you're requesting that.
Okay.
All right.
No, he's
So we can
you
put
know,
our
Hans
dancing
is-
shoes
Hans
on.
is like that. He's a party boy. We want to dance. Gotta dance.
Everyone loves to dance, right, Suzanne?
Yeah.
You're a little dancer. So yeah, and again, the Dutch auction. So there's silent auction and the Dutch auction, and the Dutch auction is apparently it's very
cool
very
things.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to get online at East End Special Players. It's
.com.
really easy.com to buy the tickets.
Yeah.
Super easy on PayPal. And it's super easy to find Hans's property because it's
Yeah.
just right off Sag Road
And
Merchants
Merchants Path.
and it has a big 93 red,
Right.
and the Amaryllis Horse Farm is there.
Yeah.
I think he wants people
gorgeous.
to park on Ranch Court.
He
though,
does.
probably.
Yeah.
He does.
That's
How do
what
you
I say
know?
on there.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right.
there's a map.
Here's the map.
There's a map
There's the
on the website,
Right.
and it's going to be a really fun
Yeah.
day. It's
I'll
just
tell you,
fun
if you
to be
haven't,
on
you know,
that property.
oh, it's great. And if you haven't seen the East End Special Players, I mean, I
They're
have a
very
gentleman,
special.
Samantha, and her boyfriend Nate have been helping with the music for this. And
I
Nate,
knew Nate Best for a very long
yeah,
time,
Nate Best,
actually.
and he said, "Boy, I look at theater
You
in a
get
completely."
around.
I know she does.
I'm
But Nate
popular
said,
around here.
All right.
Look at years back.
"You are very popular." So is Suzanne,
All right.
our diva. You are
I'm popular in East Hampton all the way to Montauk.
right. You are. So yeah, definitely. People that come and see them. you
Because
know,
also I was
it's
a cheerleader, that's
interesting.
why.
Because you were
I
what?
was a cheerleader in high school.
You were?
And where
I
did
didn't
you
know
go?
that.
Did you go to high school out here?
East Hampton.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, class rank.
Oh, cool. So actually, you were in the class after my daughter. She went to East Hampton and she graduated in 2005.
Right.
She probably
Yeah.
knows her.
Yeah.
She knows my son.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
and they know each
Yeah.
other. Huh. So, now should people bring their kids to this gala?
Yes, it's definitely kid friendly.
Yeah.
We've performed at different. We performed at the Ross School, the East Hampton High School, Bay Street, Guildhall.
Yeah, I remember you had a performance at the East Hampton High School when I was still a student there.
Oh, right. It was Josh Brussel was the one, and
Yeah.
the nurse at the time that got us, because it's really all about
Miss
the learning
Hanson.
disabled. Yes, she was great, and the learning disabled. And
That's
and kids
my favorite
are
nurse of all time.
everyone. What'd you say?
That's my favorite nurse. She was so good to me every time I got hurt or something.
Oh, she was a
Oh,
really
East
sweet
Hampton
woman. And
High,
Josh
yeah.
Brussel, he has like a club.
Yeah.
That I think he still runs it there for people with learning disabilities, special
Yeah,
needs.
inclusion recreation.
And it's yes, and it's
That's my club that I
right.
went to.
Okay, so
That's how I met Danny.
Oh, okay. Your
right.
future.
Well,
Future.
Jacqui Leader, you are amazing. I have to say, the first time I met you was at the Waterfalls House on Beach Lane. Jennifer was best friends with Jane.
Uh-huh.
They were like 4 years old. And Susan Waterfall sent you into the finished basement with about 24-year-olds and said, do a show. And we were all upstairs drinking wine and eating hors d'oeuvres.
I was drinking wine downstairs. No, I'm
Jacqui,
kidding.
Jacqui was taking Valium probably. And an hour later, you put on a performance
I don't
with
even
like
know who this is.
15 or 24-year-olds. They all had lines. It was the cutest show. And we were all flabbergasted that
Wow.
you were able to corral them, number one, entertain them and teach them, number two, and actually put together a cohesive performance.
Yeah.
You are an angel.
Well, thank you. I love working with kids. I love working with adults. It's nice. It's really, I wanted to act when I was younger. It never really happened, but I must say, it's just really nice to find
Your calling.
your calling, or what gives you purpose in life. And I'm always.
But you really give back, baby. I mean, you've driven back and forth
Well,
the river twice today, picking up people. I can't believe it.
She picked me up all the way from Bridgehampton.
Barely get myself here, and you pick back and forth the river
Guess
twice.
what? She picked me up from work from Bridgehampton today to bring me here.
Wow, look at your tattoo. How cool is
Isn't that cool, Tana?
Yeah.
Suzanne has a cool tattoo on her
listen,
fingernail.
you girls, I love having you here in the ladies' room.
Thank you.
I look forward to this benefit on Saturday. Everybody, please go buy your tickets. It's going to be a spectacular day.
All the proceeds go to these guys.
And I think we'll be able to stay in bands.
Good.
I do.
Yeah.
I'll just kidnap Hans.
Okay.
Lock him in his bedroom.
You girls bring your
and we'll
favorite
turn
music.
up the music.
Boy.
Oh, boy.
So, thank you so much for watching the ladies' room. And remember, I need a tongue twister right now. And remember, ladies, give yourself lots of room. Room for love.
Let's go, East Players.
Room for fun. Room to come to this show. Room to glow. And room to grow. And room to glow.
She needs speech classes.
I really need speech classes. Sorry about that.
Over.
What? I'm tongue-tied.
over.
It's over.
But we can still talk. The show's over.
Now I took what I want, but you find that everything I've got, you step forward to my shadow.